This is Nadine from Native Instruments, and today I'm going to give you an overview of some of the new features in Komplete Kontrol MK2. In the center, we have these new color screens which show different things depending on whether you're using the keyboard with the Komplete Kontrol software, your DAW, or with Maschine. And around the screens, you can see that the layout has been redesigned and that there are more buttons now to give you direct access to key features. Over here, we have two big pitch and modulation wheels to add expression to notes that you're playing. And below that, there's also a touch strip to modulate your sound in creative ways. So let's look at some new features. The main hub is the Komplete Kontrol software, and now browsing through all your instruments and presets is much faster, partly thanks to the screens, which give you a lot of visual feedback over your libraries, but also because of a new feature called sound previews. A preview lets you hear a short audio example of every preset while you're browsing. Sound previews are particularly useful when you're working with big orchestral sample libraries which take a while to load, like this one from the Symphony series. Every preset in Komplete and NKS instruments, such as those from Arturia, Output, Sonic Couture, and Heaviosity, have their own previews. The next thing I want to show you is how the MK2 works in different environments and DAWs. Here I have a simple project open in Ableton Live, and the first thing I can do is use this new 4-directional push encoder to move through my song. It's really easy to use, and common functions like switching between tracks and some more special features like scrubbing through the timeline are assigned to it. On the left-hand side of the keyboard, you have the typical transport controls for playback and recording, but also some new ones like undo redo in case you make a mistake, quantize to correct timing issues after you've recorded something, and automation to make a sound evolve over time. I have the Komplete Kontrol software loaded up on a few tracks already, so let's record a sound. I'll quantize those notes I just played to get the timing right and add some automation to make the sound change over time. Once you've finished recording, you can switch to the next instrument using the encoder and record something on top. I already recorded some instruments, which I'm going to fade in now using the new DAW Mixer. The left and right arrows scroll through your entire project, and you can use the knobs and buttons to adjust things like volume and panning, and to mute and solo specific tracks. This way you can get really hands-on with your music and change the character of your song just by turning a few knobs. Switching between all your clips and scenes in Ableton Live Session View is also really easy now using the big encoder. This is great for trying out different ideas as well as for launching multiple song parts during a performance. Let's switch to another DAW now, Logic 10. Just like in Ableton Live, you can navigate and mix your tracks straight from the MK2. This also works in GarageBand and is coming to Cubase and Nuendo this year. The Maschine integration has also gone up to a whole new level now. It's actually loaded as a plugin in Logic, so let's open it up and take a look. Now the MK2 is switched over to control Maschine, and from here you can browse for instruments and projects, as well as mix all your groups and sounds using the screens. It's also possible now to trigger all the sounds of a group in Komplete Kontrol using key mode. This is great if you prefer to play kits on your keyboard instead of on the 16 Maschine pads. Once you've created some patterns, you can listen to all of them in Maschine's Ideas view. can also combine patterns from different instruments to create scenes. You can switch between the different scenes using the 8 buttons up here. This is great for figuring out arrangements as well as for performing. If you're using the MK2 together with the new Maschine hardware, it's possible to set up the screens on both units to show different things. So for example, I can have the Maschine mixer visible on Komplete Kontrol and the Arranger view visible on the Maschine displays. This way you have direct access to your most important controls on both devices. That's our short overview showing some of the new features for Komplete Kontrol MK2. Thanks for checking it out and take a look on the website for more details. I don't wanna learn to be teaching them.